Hello everyone. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment saying where you're from and when you watched. That way, YouTube will continue to show you stories like this. Now, let's get started. I stumbled backward. The moment I saw the image in the mirror, I wasn't there anymore. Instead, a tall, slender shadow stood in my place, its head tilted slightly, two sunken, hollow eyes staring right at me. And behind it, the wall had cracked open like a mouth of raw flesh, gaping wider and wider. I turned around to look at the wall behind me, still intact. No cracks, no shadow. But when I looked back at the mirror, the dark figure was closer. I stepped back. In the mirror, it stepped forward. One step, two. The distance between us, in the reflection, was shrinking, even though I hadn't moved in the real room. And then, it lifted its hand. Long fingers, pitch black, charred as if they had been burned. It touched the inside of the glass. I heard a soft click inside my skull, like a rusty lock sliding open for the first time in years. The figure in the mirror smiled, a crooked, distorted smile. I couldn't take it anymore. I grabbed a blanket, threw it over the mirror, and taped down every corner, sealing it like I was hiding a corpse. Then I turned on every light, blasted music, did everything I could to convince myself it was just a dream. But the whispers, they didn't stop. They crawled inside my head like worms in a grave. You opened the door. I'm coming out now. I must have fallen asleep at some point. When I woke up, it was already daylight. The mirror was still covered. No shadows. The wall was normal. I almost convinced myself it was just a vivid hallucination from sleep deprivation, until I walked out of my room and saw that the hallway mirror, the one outside my door, had a fresh crack, a thin fracture, identical to the one I had seen last night in the reflection. The air smelled damp, moldy. I looked around, no one. The entire fourth floor felt dead. But at the far end of the corridor, in front of apartment 402, I saw it. A single footprint, black as ash, pressed into the doormat. I tried calling my mum, my friends, but my phone would lose signal every time I said 402. That evening, I visited a nearby church. The only person who didn't laugh when I said, "The wall in my room is breathing, and something is stepping out of the mirror." The priest didn't say a word. He looked at me in silence, then pulled from his robe a piece of parchment, a talisman hand-drawn in red ink. "Tape this to the wall across from the mirror," he said. So I did, that very night at exactly 3 a.m. I woke up again. There was a sound, a rasping, tearing sound. But this time, something was different. It sounded stuck, like something trying to slice through skin, but couldn't quite break free. I looked at the wall. The talisman I had taped up was burning, not spreading. Fire just smoldering round the charm itself, glowing red like a coal. Then, a blackened hand slammed from the inside of the wall, shaking the entire apartment. I screamed and backed into the far corner. Then I saw it, a crack splitting open the wall, and from it, a face emerged. It had no eyes, no nose, just smooth, skin like flesh, and a mouth without lips, wide open. And it whispered, in the voice I'd heard for nights now, "Thank you for letting me out." The room warped. The ceiling spun. The lights flickered. The mirror rippled like boiling water, and then it was gone. Silence. Everything went back to normal. The mirror was whole. The wall was smooth. The lights stopped flickering. I looked at my phone, 3:17 a.m. But what made my blood freeze wasn't the time. It was when I opened my front camera to check my face, and saw another face right behind mine. A pale, unfamiliar one. It didn't disappear until I turned around. Please like and subscribe to the channel to listen to the next episode. Infiltration.